Good afternoon. See that? That's a little bit of sunshine. We haven't had sunshine in a while. A little bit of sunshine out here in east central Ohio today. Looking at some river bottom stuff here. This customer, he's new to us, purchased some Golden Harvest corn. So I'm out here with the dealer. We're going to do some stand counts, check out stuff, see how it's looking. And yeah, maybe just enjoy a little bit of sunshine today. All right, we found the split. This is going to be split with a 111 day from us, 11V76, and a competitor product here on the right. We are just off the fence row here, but this is the first split. 12 rows in, and then here's our split. You can see a color difference here. Competitor product on the right is a little bit more yellow than the 11V76 here on the left, and I'm actually really happy with how the stand on 11V looks. So I'll take a quick video and show you the difference side by side. So here's the competitor product. You can see we've got some gap right here. We got some smaller runt plants right there. Another gap, another gap, another gap, runt plant. And we're gonna turn right here. And now we're gonna follow the 11V. See much more uniformity. There's one little gap right there, and then the rest of this is all pretty daggone uniform. So really happy with the emergence that we're seeing on 11V76. All right, so one thing we noticed is we've got, you can probably tell, we've got a wheel track right here, and what we're going to see here is that on the 11V76 all the corn and the wheel track is there. However, still got corn, wheel track, corn. Here's our split, yellower, darker green, and then as soon as we get back in the wheel track over here on the competitive plant, on the competitor, we start losing. So gap here, this wheel track, gap there. We got gap here. Buggy whipping, runt plant here. You can really tell the difference in emergence and how that handled the tougher conditions from the wheel track based on those two different hybrids. So cool stuff. Wheel tracks matter, compaction matters, hybrid matters. So here we're on a split again. We've got 11V76 on the right, and we've got a competitor over here on the left. We are in a wetter spot right here. You can see there's a little bit of a swale just right here where we've got basically mud. But look at the emergence difference. Over here we've got lots of skips, lots of holes, lots of gaps. On the left hand side, we go over here to the right hand side. All the corn's there. Smaller, sure, but it's all there. So huge difference. Mark says in the stand count that he just gave there was a 5,000 difference, 5,000 plants per acre population difference between the two. So very cool. All right, field number 2, field number 1 is back there, crossed over the bike path. Field number 2 here, seeing the exact same thing. Again, 12 rows off the edge, walk 12 rows in. Here is your split. I really hope you guys can see that. It's pretty stark. So, you know, we got a runt plant here, got a big gap here, buggy whipping plant there. Just overall not a super great uniform stand. And then we jump over 30 inches to the 11V76. And I'm not saying it's completely perfect, but I haven't found a skip yet. There's one runt plant, but I mean, this is a pretty stark difference between these two hybrids in terms of emergence here. Doesn't necessarily mean that 11V76 will win this side by side. There's a long way to go between now and harvest, but I know which one I'd rather pick right now, and that's kind of what we're evaluating. So stay tuned, we'll see what else we can find. All right, let's stage these plants real quick. Leaf collar 1, leaf collar 2. So this is going to be a V2 plant and the competitor. We'll jump over here a few rows into the 11V76. We'll grab a plant. V1, V2, this is also V2. So again, this would be another example of two plants that are at the exact same growth stage, but are significantly different in plant size and overall uniformity and health. Yesterday, I made a video about leaf streaking, and we're really not seeing much of that at all out here. Very slight, if any, which really goes to show that the customer is doing a good job with this fertility program, one, but also this hybrid's doing a good job of handling the cooler, wet conditions which we're running into right now. So overall, really happy with what I see out here. He's off to a good start. All right, field 3. We were just in those fields over there, across the creek. We're over here now. Here's our split. 11V on the left, competitor on the right. Once again, really happy with what we have going on here. Let's do some compare and contrast. 11V, pretty solid and uniform compared with the competitor. Big gap there. Another big gap here. Another gap there. Another big gap there. We were consistently seeing 3,000 to 5,000 stand difference in those fields. We'll pull a couple stands here and see if we're seeing the same thing in this field. There's a wet spot right here where water ran. And so we're gonna walk the split up there and see the emergence difference up here in this wet hole. Here's our wet hole. Water ran down through there, this way, back down into the creek. Can you see it? Yeah, I don't want to belabor the point, but hybrid selection is very, very important. Emergence isn't everything, but when you have conditions like this, especially in the Eastern Corn Belt where we run into cool, wet conditions, you really need to have a hybrid with good emergence, especially when you're planting early, because if you don't, you're gonna run into stuff like this where you just don't have the stand. You're already behind from the very beginning. Now, I'm not making any guarantees. I'm not dunking on this yet, right? Because we're a long way from harvest, a lot can change. But as it sits today, this is the one where I'm like, I know the Golden Harvest is currently set up to be in a better position than the competitor right now. So we'll see what happens, but feeling pretty good right now. Looking at 3 fields, 2 behind us, 1 out in front of us. Emergence was really good on our products, like I showed you. Mark, anything you want to add?
Really encouraging just difference in stand. When you're seeing 3,000 to 5,000 difference in your product versus a competitor, it's hard to make up that gap. Not that it can't be done, but the odds are in our favor. Looks good.
Feeling good. New customer. Hopefully he has a good experience the rest of the way and we can grow on him. Hopefully we have a happy farmer, which is the most important thing. And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.